So we ended the last video with this polynomial using long division. Now I'm going to take the same question. You know the answer, which is going to be 8 plus, excuse me, x plus 8. And we're going to this time use synthetic division. And here again, synthetic division is a shortcut method of dividing polynomials using long division. So eventually what I want to happen is that it should, once you learn how to divide polynomials using synthetic division, it should not take you no more than 60 seconds, which is a minute, to complete each question. That's how fast it is. So if looking at the last video, it was a process, it was a step to divide a polynomial using long division. But there are some little tips and hints I need to at least show you, and rules that I need to show you before you use synthetic division. Now, one thing that you must have in that denominator or your divisor, the number that's doing the dividing, um, it must be a binomial. This must be a binomial where this x here that I'm pointing to, the coefficient must be 1. If it's any other coefficient, then synthetic division is not recommended. Okay, so we want that. All right, number 2, all of your terms in the numerator and denominator, or in the dividend and the divisor, must be in descending order to power. So descending order from the highest power to the lowest. So we have 2, we have 1, and then we don't have anything. So this is what we want. So how would you set up a synthetic division? This is how you would set it up. You're going to draw a reversed long division box, and that long division box will be your divisor. It will be your divisor. Let me just write this under here. That will be your divisor. Then you're going to have a set of coefficients, okay? Because what we're doing, we're taking out the variables. We're going to take out the variables, and we're going to focus on the coefficients, just the numbers only. Then you have an equals bar. And this first column that you see, whatever this number happens to be, you're going to bring it down. You're going to bring that number down, whatever it happens to be. You're going to bring it below. You're going to bring that number down, whatever it happens to be, below the bar, okay, the equals bar. So this is how you would set up a long division. So let's look at this example here. Here we go. This bar here is going to be your divisor. So your divisor, this is your divisor of this fraction. The rule says that what you want to do is you want to take the opposite of the constant in the divisor. You want to take the opposite of the constant number. Constant means number. The number that's there. Take the opposite, okay, in the divisor. Take the opposite. So the opposite of -2 would be +2. Then the parts where I have the dotted lines, this will be the dividend area that you're going to write the coefficient. That part there, the dividend area. This is the dividend. So we're going to look at the Coefficients. What's the coefficient to x squared? It is a 1. The coefficient of 6x is a 6. The coefficient of negative 16, which is negative 16, draw your equals bar. That first column, which is 1, this first column here, we're going to bring that number down. You always bring the first number down. So follow my lead here as the process, because we're going to do a lot of these and we're going to do more in class. So I want to make sure you understand how to divide long division using how to divide polynomials using synthetic division. So here we go. You're going to take this 1 that we brought down, multiply it to this divisor. So 1 times 2 gives us 2. We're going to bring it over to the second column and write it under the 6. And then add the 2 to the 6, which gives us 8. Here's the process again. Now we're going to take this 8, multiply it to this 2. That gives us 16. And we're going to bring it over to the next column, which will give us positive 16, and take that 16 added to negative 16, that gives us 0. Okay, so now we're finished at this moment. Now let's put a little circle around that last digit, because that last digit is your remainder. We may have a 0 remainder, we may not have a 0 remainder, and I'll show you what you have to do. So we're that much closer to writing our answer. We have 1 and 8. Now, how do you know what variable you're going to put behind what? Well, you're going to start off with this first constant term. And the rule says that in your dividend area, depending on what your power happens to be, for example, this is a 2. When you write your variables back into the question, the answer itself, you're going to be 1 less degree. So that means, since we're starting here with x squared, this will be an x. Had this been an x cubed, then this would be an x squared. And then you go down the line writing your variables in descending order. So now look at our answer. We have 1x and then we have a positive 8, and we can write our answer out as x plus 8. Okay? So if this is confusing, rewind and listen to this over again. But we definitely will do more. So this was long division. You see the process to this. This is synthetic division. Like I said, it should take you no more than 60 seconds. And after, but that's with practice. You cannot do this without practicing. So let's do some more examples.